waiting on a few people to enter the chat, and we'll start the lesson. If you're going to be viewing the lesson and you want to participate, all you need to do is get the stick control book. Just trying to make up some different exercises first. Like I said, we're waiting, okay, for the other people to come who usually come. And if you are viewing, get in the chat. Okay? Let me try this different. Nobody's watching. Okay. Have a little fun. Robert, how you doing? Just fooling around a little bit. Can you see and hear me? All that good stuff. Okay. Okay, good. You can hear me and see me and all that good stuff. Okay. Stick control book or linear or blues or shuffles. What would you like to work on today, Robert? And we'll develop some exercises for it. Robert? The shuffle. All right. All right, we'll hang out with the shuffle. So we're going to go right into the triplet mode. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, you can follow some of the shuffles like the Texas shuffle, the backdoor shuffle, whatever shuffle this and whatever shuffle that. To me, that's cool. That's just giving you a different feel per different name. But and it's good to experience that. But what I do is whatever the music dictates to me and whatever the groove is or what's starting to groove works, that's what I'm going to keep. So the option is when I play, I'll just play shuffles the way I hear it. I don't label it as a Texas shuffle or a backdoor shuffle or whatever. I label it to the music. But anyone in particular, Robert, the halftime, bingo, halftime shuffle. Let's start off easy, okay, Robert? All right, you're really working on that. All right. Again, triplet mode. I'm going to play my right hand and my left hand, and there's an accent that's going to be missing. So just watch what I do with the right and left. I'm thinking eighth note triplets. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. Now I'm going to fill in the blanks for the triplets, meaning if I went 1 and there's a blank on the end. 1 and 1 and a 1 and 2. And that's all the way out. That's all the way throughout. You want to play half-high shuffle. Now, what I'm going to add now is one more stroke to give it that halftime feel. So usually when you're hitting the downbeat 2 and 4, that's the backbeat. What you're doing is you're shifting the backbeat in another place, which makes it sound like half the tempo. So there's going to be an accent placed on the count of 3 with the left hand on the snare drum. Hopefully I'll get this out. That. Not that. Come on. I want to get that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Want me to slow that down or you understand it? I don't think that, does that help you out a little bit there? Me breaking it down? I'll break it down one more time. It's a Jeff McCarroll thing that, he has his name on it, which is, okay. God, thank you, Jeff. What we're going to do, I'm going to do it a little slower. Okay. I'm counting triplets. I'm going to play 1, and the only. So I'm going to place the one, the and the on the correct voices that it should be on. So now I have one and the. One is the hi-hat, one, and there's the snare, and it's a ghost note. One and the is a ghost note as well. So I have one and the again, two and the. Now watch. Now up here, I'm coming down. My hands are up. I'm going to come down on the three. Three and after the three is a ghost note with the left. The. Four and the. Slower, but no problem. All right, here's how slow. I got to really focus in. No bass drum, just the top, okay? One and two and three and four and That's slow enough or slower? You see how those ghost notes are there, but they're not really pronounced? So I'll do it again over and over. I'll do it about 3 or 4 times slow. One and the two and the three and the four and the. Now I look like a machine. I'm doing it mechanical. You got it? It's a nice pattern. Okay, that's just one. Then you have the Purdy shuffle, you have the backdoor shuffle, the Texas shuffle. I don't want to really, unless you want to get into it, okay? Robert, we can. It's not a problem. I'd like to work on maybe a little linear or continue or go backward a little bit from where I left off last night. Want to do some of the linear? You have the formulas. Linear bot. All right, well, the first one you want to do if you're going to start working on linear is what you need to do is just loosen up a little bit. So I say, okay, I'm going to kill a couple birds with one stone. I want to exercise my bass drum and exercise my snare drum or my floor tom-tom or my hi-hat with this particular level. So if I do the stick control book, if I count the first line, which is 2 measures of 4, 1 and 2 and 3, and one more measure, 1 and 2 and 4. Now he says to repeat it, and don't worry about the 20 times. You repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it for demonstration reasons. So you see how I have the 8th note. So now what I like to do, it's all right, I'm working on the stick control book, whether it be full strokes, half strokes, or quarter strokes. Now I'm going to add my bass drum to that. So I'm going to reference off the first line, right? But I'm going to think of the first line. Still, I'm going to play it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But I'm going to think about it a little different. I'm going to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So while I'm thinking that way and I'm counting that way, that leaves the E and the da absent. So we're going to fill that in, the E and the da, of all 1, 2, 3, 4 with the bass drum. So I went 1 E and 2 E and that'd be the first line. Now if you want to do the full strokes, it's nice and slow. 1 you work the full strokes now. Or if you want to get a little faster, because the distance of the tip of the stick to the drum or on the impact is going to be lesser of a distance. Full stroke, remember, lesser here. So now, if I want to do a little, just up a little faster, it gives me time to do it faster because I don't have time to wait for it all to come back. Okay, so now if I go like this, E, F, E, F. If I want to go quarter strokes, I have to watch my dynamics. So the quarter stroke is piano, we say, or make it play it safe. That right here. And I want to fill it in with the bass drum. And that's just to teach you how, I don't know, to teach you how that particular exercise one way as a linear concept. And you're becoming a workhorse here because it's becoming very physical. And the drums, whether you like it or not, it's a physical instrument. And you've got to, maintain the coordination throughout everything that you do from the main source, your brain. Some people just don't know where theirs is. Okay, so that would take, if I do it a little softer, I'm closer to the drum. Okay? Now, that's the 3 sticking heights. I could take this as a crescendo to decrescendo, crescendo to decrescendo. Okay? Let me explain. So I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4 with I don't know exactly how much of the, just watch. You understand that crescendo and decrescendo? Most of you guys will see it. If you see it faster, you're going to say, oh, wow. So if I do, for example, if I play just through my right hand, an 8th note vamp, I'm playing it soft. So look at my left stick. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remain, this is soft, piano. This is going to be maybe mezzo forte. So the volume is going to change. But I'm going to walk up there slowly. It's a good exercise, man. But all right, let's get to the stick control. And you understand the linear, the halftime shuffle? I like the linear better. It's good. It's a good workout, and sometimes it can make you really think. So if we went to, first of all, that's the first line. A way to do it is just using between the snare, one hand, the left hand, and the bass drum. Now you can take this another way. Okay? If I'm going, I'm going 1 E, 2 E, you can use your left foot after the left. Yeah. That was line 3. You guys get that? It's a good exercise. That's just a different way. Or you can move the right hand around. All right, keep make it linear like this. And the left foot you can move around. Or you can do a cross. We're not going to go there today. Or we can do it harmonically. But that's like a fun thing to do as opposed to, yeah, man, I'm just with great hands. Well, yeah, your hands come from your physical being, but what controls your physical being is your brain, and then what comes out of it is your spirit when you're playing. Can you guys hear me? Okay, should I turn the volume up? Can you guys hear me? Or should I turn the volume up? What is it? Should I turn the volume up? All right, thanks, Robert. So, you have all these variations. You go, and you do, when you have rights, like right, left, you can go like this. 1 E and 2, you got 1 E and 2, right. That won't work that with the paradiddle. So if you have one right, I'm going to make a form. I'm trying to make a formula out of it. So we'll do that another time, and I have it written out for you. What I'm starting to do, and I've been working on it since about 4:30 this morning. All right, and everybody said there's questions always from the members. How do you utilize rudiments on the drum set? That's a joke. How do I do a 5-stroke roll around a kit? I can demonstrate it. How I do it, but I can't tell you where I'll use it. Okay, so now, what I'm going to do is I'd like everybody to review some rudimental solos in 2/4 and 6/8. You should have a whole load of them because I sent them to everybody. Hey, Hoist, do you have anything that you want to go over? I should really make this a lesson, not a review. Okay, here's what we're going to do. If I took the first line of Stick Control book, and it's written 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, if I played all the rights, okay, on the right cymbal, and I play my hi-hat 1, 2, 3, 4, I eliminate the lefts. I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So I'm actually playing line. I'm just playing my foot on the floor. I'll show you line 1 in a second. So while that's going on, you want to run down the lines between the bass drum and the snare drum. Example: you take line number, let's say, number 1. You're going to be going 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. But that'll work, but that's not where I want to take it for the first one I show you. Okay, so what you're doing, for example, is you're playing line 1, the rights now and the lefts. 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 4 and 3 and 4. Now, what I want to do is I want to do it two or three different ways here. I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm going to play my right hand on the counts of 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and I want you to play the bass drum and the snare drum. That's the lefts. Line 1, like I just explained, and hit the 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 4 E and 1 E and 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to stay there. I'm not going to make it difficult this time. Next time I will. You do the same thing on line 2. You're going 1 E, you're going 1 E and 2 E and 3. It's just an exercise of coordination. You're commanding, your brain is commanding you what to do. Your eyes are telling your brain. 1 and 2 and I go to line 3 and I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Line 5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4. Start working them like that, and we'll. Yeah, there isn't much to practice, without a doubt. Every day I wake up, I say, oh my God, I got to work this and I got to work that. And I got 9 million things to do, and I only did 2. So I got like 8,999,000 and whatever left to do. You never have enough time. You never stop learning, and you should never stop practicing. Occasionally you go through ups and downs, motivational reasons, psychological reasons, or whatever, that you don't wake up in the morning and start playing your drum until you go to bed at night. You must say, well, do you do that? Sometimes I do. Now you might think I'm a nut. Drums mean that much to you? Yes, they do. Well, you sound like drumming is your life. Yes, it is. Amen. So, all right, we understand this. It's a lot. Let's, we review something. We'll stay on a linear. What I did was I came up with a couple different patterns that you need to do slow. And I formulated it from the stick control book. But let's just take the sequence of what the right's going to be and what the left is going to be. So I'm going to play a linear concept. Linear means, again, you don't hit 2 voices at one time. So if I took an 8th note triplet and went like this, 1 and no problem, 8th note triplet. Now that's what the right's going to be, 1 and Now the left, when I see a left, I reference off the page. I'm going to play this. I'm going to have 1 and that left, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and we understand that? Yeah, it should help your coordination without a doubt, Robert. That's the object. Oh. Hey. Hey, Hoist, do you have, and Robert, do you guys have the Charlie Wilcoxon 150 rudimental solos? You guys have it? So if you did the linear thing slow, it's hard to concentrate on one thing. It's like I forget where I was because I'm trying to respond to whoever's watching. Okay, so we did this and we did it slow. Now I'm not looking for speed here. I'm looking for sound. How do I control the sound? 1 and or do I get 1 and So this is the experience I'm doing by doing it over and over again. So I'm actually doing line 1. And the right's going to equal 1 and the left is going to equal 2 and. All right, I'm going to do line 1 with that formula for a little time. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and made a mistake. Left foot. You have the book. All right, good. We're not going to work on it right now. Just curious, because I'm writing a few things for you guys. And if you have the 150 rudimental solos, go on YouTube and look at Philly Joe Jones. He loved that book. That book was always in his back pocket, the 150 rudimental solos. But anyway, I don't want to give you too much. And, I'm getting a little spoiled myself, guys. Being on Zoom, I can see you, you can see me. And, we're talking one-on-one, which Zoom is great. So this here is hard for me, because of the delay in the chat. I ask a question, and about maybe 5 or 6 seconds later, you respond to it. Then I'm trying to say, wait a minute, I just said something else. What are you responding to? It's kind of hard to follow. So Zoom, I'm going to use as a group class, like a master class, and also one-on-one. That's good for, because a lot of guys, they don't want to expose. They talk a game, but you put the drumsticks in their hands, and you say, oh my goodness. All this time they were, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm working on it. Well, that. So Zoom is really good. But some guys just don't like it because that exposes them. All right, so what I want to do is, whoever's listening and watching, all right, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on my site, www. Let me try to write that in there. If I could. It's so hard with this computer to see. Yeah. Okay. That's where we will be tonight at 7 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m., I'll be back on this channel. And at 7 p.m., I'll be on Facebook. Now, what I'd like to see from everybody, if they can, especially Robert and Hoist, start filming yourself, make a video of you playing something, and send me the videos. Don't put them on YouTube, just send them to me, okay? And I could really critique it, but that would be between you and I, nobody else. Okay? Oh, you want to get rid of me? Well, all right, that's okay, Robert. I'm going anyway. Tonight, 7 p.m. Anybody want to go on my mailing list? Hoist, can you put my mailing list in there? Matt Patella 1001 at gmail.com, my email. And I guess I have to do it. Okay. Okay, that's my email. So if you'd like to join my email, give me a shot and I'll add you to my mailing list. And by you being on my mailing list, you will get the times and locations of that week. Sometimes I do Facebook, sometimes I do YouTube on my site or Zoom. So you'll get notification of the time and location of the lessons. Plus, if you need PDF for that particular lesson, Okay, all you need to do is email me and I'll send them to you. Okay? Now, I think it's a pretty good deal. Okay, guys. See you tonight.